Welcome to Display Ads to Info. I've been sharing a case study around a website I've been monetizing with Ezoic for about 30 months now. So this is month 30, and I'm just going to give you a look behind the scenes at the earnings that we're getting from it, the performance that we're getting, hopefully to motivate some people, hopefully to give some people some tips to increase their EPMVs, increase their overall earnings, etc. But I'm just going to get straight into it. Each quarter, Ezoic do a bit of a highlights. Takes some analytics data and sticks it in some text. And I'm just going to run through some of these. I pulled some of the slides. It didn't quite show properly as they're formatted, but I'm just going to keep moving and get things done. So Q1 2023, we did just over 1 million visits, which is pretty good going. It gives you some context to the actual number of people that is. And notice the return visitors are really low for the setup that I've got. So just under 30,000 people returned, but it's not a bad thing. It's dependent on the type of your content, but you might find if you can get more returning visitors, more traffic, that would be a benefit as well. But in my case, that is a very small percentage. So the caching, this is a very useful thing. So basically, turning on Ezoic caching helps load the pages significantly faster. So I do recommend turning this on. You do earn more money with caching enabled, and it does make a difference to the traffic and user experience. So please do consider that. All right, next one. So top countries your visitors came from. So United States. So notice that, it's probably about 80% of the traffic is from United States. That's where you're going to get the best earnings. So it's a big focus for anyone starting a website trying to monetize it with ads. Focus on the USA. Just want to get that message across. So the revenue for Q1 puts me in the position of having been in the top 1% of publishers on Ezoic, which isn't that difficult in the grand scheme of things. When you look at the number of publishers they've got, and typically there's a lot of publishers that just make a smaller budget and then move on to other platforms, etc. in time. Me, I'm sticking with Ezoic. It's working really well for me, and at the minute doing about $14,000 a month. That puts me in the top 1% of publishers that they have. Videos, so just to give you an idea of the number of minutes of videos watched in the last quarter, so 317,000, almost 318,000 minutes. So it's a lot of time watching videos on the site. Then just touching on ad rates. Ad rates have been difficult, not just with Ezoic, but across the whole industry for the past month, that it has affected revenue for the month, for the quarter. So then we'll get into it. So we've got the Display Ads website. If you do want to look at previous income reports, or if you want to look at, if you want to ask me any questions, feel free to do so via there. But let's get straight into it. Let's have a look at the earnings. So the month here that we've got, so this is March 2023. We're looking at earnings of $14,011 for the month, which is pretty good going considering the EPMVs. You can see the EPMVs averaged about $35 for myself, but in previous months, my expectation is to have that around $40. The income is broken down into 3 sections. So Ezoic kind of base payments, Ezoic AdSense mediation, and then the premium payments from Ezoic being part of the premium plan. The premium plan, I do pay $2,200 for this. Chances are that could change in the future. They've brought out some new plans, so we'll see what happens with that. The good thing is it brings down the kind of inflation. So the new plan is a smaller fee with a closer gain to it. So I'm not, at the minute we're making about $1,200 once we've paid the fee, but we're having to pay out that $2,200. So it does inflate this figure by about $2,200 for the actual profit that we're getting from Ezoic. So just letting you know, that's how it breaks down. This is how the earnings look from a day-to-day basis. Gives you an idea of how premium, mediation, and the base payment all work in one way. Next, we're looking at the revenue for the month. So $14,11. So $14,011. So this is looking in big data analytics, giving us a breakdown of a day-by-day report. I think the best day I've had there is $513. EPMV 35 for the month. Page views, just over 500,000 page views for the month, which is pretty good. But yeah, so let's compare March to February. We can see that the traffic increased by 22, almost 23%, which is a really good boost, and this is because of a core algorithm update from Google in February, which I'm very happy about that boost in traffic. However, you can see the EPMV reduced from around $39 to $35, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but that is enough to significantly reduce the gains from the added traffic. So we went from around $13,166 to $14,000. So small increase, but it's still in the right direction. But so you can see some of the gains here go from $338 to $470. So it's a big change month to month there. So happy about that. I think that's a good poke in the right direction. And we also turned on Humix Engage this month. So this is using Ezoic's video hosting platform and allowing other people's videos to be shown on the project site, this test site that I'm showing you, when it feels that the person might be interested in a video from the pool of other videos available with Ezoic. So I believe is this figure here, $120 displayed. Yeah, so that's the one that got turned on this month. So $120 for a partial month is the gain I had from that. This is the money I've made from showing my own videos on my own site. This is the money that I've made from showing my videos being shown on another publisher's site, basically with a revenue share. So that's how much we made from video in the past month. So that's pretty good. And then also just again, getting back to the point of looking at the what country our traffic's coming from, what country our revenue's coming from. Looking at the EPMVs gives you a good guide of where you should be focusing your traffic to come from making maximum return from ad revenue. So that is useful, and focusing on the US, UK, Canada is where you're going to be getting the best returns there. And next, I just wanted to give you some insights into this. So this is something I haven't showed before really, and this is looking at individual URLs, which I blurred out because I don't wish to share the domain. But it shows the page views for each of these URLs, well, the visits, page views, and then the revenue per different article basically. So this gives you an idea for where you can get to and where you can go past with returns on a single article in a monthly basis. This is 30 days. So and of course you can far exceed this if you get good traffic on a single article. You can see the EPMVs for some of these articles, so like $91 per 1,000 visits. That is a cracking number, that is. So you can use this data to really understand where you should be, what content you should be creating, where you should be promoting articles, which articles you should be promoting to get the best returns basically. So I just wanted to share and give a bit of an insight into these numbers so you can compare it against whatever setup you're using at the minute. If you're using another ad provider, if you're using Ezoic, you compare it like for like with your own data. So it's just in big data analytics, it's pretty easy to find. And that is all for this month's update really. We've done a lot of work on content refresh. We've done a lot of work with creating new content as well. We're going to continue pushing out new content. If you're interested in how we got to this point, I've tried to document everything that we've done with regards to growing traffic, getting started with Ezoic, keyword research, etc. We've got about 2,300 articles live on this website now, each of them doing their own bit to pull in a little bit of ad revenue, but it takes time to rank. But a lot of the journey is documented on this site, display ads to info, if you're interested. And if you got any questions, just let me know. All right, thanks for watching.